We're ready. You can go ahead. We're live.
Thank you. Good morning. My name is Anna Kitostowski, and I'm the chair of the Nominating Panel Committee of Adjustment. The clerk has confirmed that we do have quorum this morning, so I'd like to now call meeting number 6 to order and welcome my panel members, Kathy and Amy, and staff, Michael and staff from Clerk's Division. And today's meeting is being held by video conference. City staff are also connecting to the meeting by video conference. As City Hall remains closed, the public continues to participate electronically, and you can watch the meeting streaming live on YouTube at youtube.com/Toronto City Council Live. I would ask everyone for their patience with any delays and technical issues. This is a new environment. Before we begin, I would like to remind you about the important health and safety measures that we all must follow today. All participants have been seated 2 meters apart. Please stay in your designated seat. Do not change seats or sit in another member's seat. When entering, exiting, or moving about the committee room, you must wear a face covering. Sanitization kits have also been provided on the desktops. And of course, this relates to city staff at City Hall who are assisting us. Attendance in the committee room is limited to only those persons who are required for the meeting. A number of clerks, audiovisual, and IT staff are with us today. I would like to remind staff to keep their mics muted with their videos turned off unless they need to answer questions or speak to the panel. This will make it easier for me as chair and for those watching on YouTube to observe the members as they participate in the debate and vote on items. For those members who are joining us remotely, please keep your mic muted unless you wish to question staff or speak to an item, and ensure that your video is turned on. If any members do wish to speak to an item, please make sure that your video is on and raise your hand or unmute your mic and indicate your intention to speak, and I will create a speakers list. When voting, I ask that members make sure that your video is turned on and raise your hands to indicate your vote. Although we are in different locations and meeting remotely today, the panel would like to acknowledge the land we are meeting on is the traditional territory of many nations, including the Mississaugas of the Credit, the Anishinaabe, the Chippewa, the Haudenosaunee, and the Wendat peoples, and is now home to many diverse First Nations, Inuit, and Métis peoples. We also acknowledge that Toronto is covered by Treaty 13 with the Mississaugas of the Credit. The first item, are there any declarations of interest under the Municipal Conflict of Interest? If you do have an interest, please raise your hand and unmute your mic.
So I know one of the candidates, but I don't know him personally as a friend, but I've worked with him when I was with the provincial HPARP, the Health Professions Appeal and Review Board. So we were fellow member at the same time, but I would not consider him as a friend or even an acquaintance, but we did work on HPARP. We overlap a little bit.
A little bit. Well, I mean, I've been in the same position where I've known people, obviously, who've applied that I knew through working as well. Unless you feel uncomfortable, I think that's
I don't know him well at all.
Then I don't think there's not an issue.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, so seeing no declarations of interest, we do need a motion now to confirm the minutes from our last meeting, which was held on March the 3rd, which seems like a lifetime ago, given everything that's happened in between. May I have a motion? Kathy, your mic is unmuted, so would you mind moving that?
No, I'm happy to move a motion. Sorry, I was distracted by trying to get the document up on my computer, but thank you for sending it again. So it's a motion to go into private session?
No, it's to confirm the minutes of our March.
Oh, sorry. Okay, I'm happy to move a motion to confirm the minutes of our last meeting.
Wonderful. Everybody in favor?
Yes.
Anybody opposed? No, that carries then. So thank you. Now we'll go to the item that's in front of us. So members, the item on the agenda requires a closed session. I will move a motion for the panel to go into closed session on item NA 6.1, Committee of Adjustment, Selection of Candidates for Interview. I will ask the clerk to display the motion. And the motion is that the nominating panel, Committee of Adjustment, recess its public session to meet in closed session to consider this item as it relates to personal matters of an identifiable individual who are being considered for appointment to the Committee of Adjustment. Is everybody in favor? Please raise your hand. Wonderful. Anybody opposed? Seeing none, the motion carries. I would ask the clerk to temporarily close the meeting to members of the public and to only provide access to members and appropriate staff for the closed session portion of this meeting. In addition, the YouTube live stream will be suspended until the closed session is over. Members, I would also remind you to arrange your surroundings so that no other person observes any part of the closed session debate. We'll now wait a few minutes for the clerk to let us know that we are in.
Chair, I can confirm that the meeting is now in open session and that the meeting is now live streaming on YouTube.
Okay, so we are now back in open session and the panel will now consider publicly item NA 6.1, which was considered in closed session. I will move that the nominating panel, Committee of Adjustment, interview the following candidates for appointment to the Committee of Adjustment. And Madam Clerk, if you could please put the motion up since I don't have it, the numbers written down. While the clerk is working on that, I'd like to ask support staff, Kate. We had 20 minutes previously for these interviews, and I would assume that's still the case. So that the nominating panel, Committee of Adjustment, interview the following candidates for appointment to the Committee of Adjustment. Candidate COA2-114, candidate COA2-202. Sorry, it disappeared. Is it possible to put the list back up, please?
Yeah, sure. Just one moment, please.
Yep. Okay. I think I was at candidate COA2-212, candidate COA2-209, candidate COA2-232, candidate COA2-185, candidate COA2-59, candidate COA2-220, and candidate COA2-191. Is everyone in favor? Please raise your hands. Any opposed? None. Seeing none, the motion carries. Just one final matter. I would appreciate just confirmation that the interviews will be 20 minutes And there's a nodding of heads. Thank you very much. Item as amended, all in favor? That's carried, and that concludes our business for today, Panama.
I just have a question about the process for the written question. And well, actually for the questions, will they be circulated? In the past, they've been circulated to us, I think.
Yes, they have.
Yes, I can circulate them to you.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you. That concludes our business today. Thank you, members and staff, and our meeting is now adjourned.
Thank you. Thank you, Anna. Thank you.
Thank you. See you in a few weeks.
Good to see you all. Thank you. Take care.
Bye-bye.